Hard to believe that the compact Ford Maverick pickup is a couple years old now. I'm Tom Bulk with Seattle International Auto Show, and I grabbed a hybrid version to see if it still lives up to the initial hype. A couple inches longer than a Kia Telluride, it uses the same kind of unibody architecture. It's been in short supply since the day it hit the market. If you're still waiting for yours to arrive and wondering if you should stick with your order, I snagged a hybrid model from Ford to see if it still lives up to the lofty praise lavished on Maverick when it debuted. It was so unique at the time, it might have clouded judgments. Pricing for the hybrid starts at $26,500, and yes, that does include destination. You can save $1,500 by going with the 4-cylinder turbocharged EcoBoost powertrain, but the EPA says over 5 years, the fueling cost difference is $3,500. So pay a little extra up front, save a lot on the back end. As equipped, this mid-level XLT model MSRPs for $30,600, the major options being the luxury package, black appearances package, updated ADAS technology, and a spray-in bed liner. A quick recap on the hybrid model, it's only available as a front driver. Move to the EcoBoost powertrain for all-wheel drive, and I'll note that since launch, Ford has added an off-road-oriented Tremor model with an advanced four-wheel drive system. Here, the 1-2 punch of a 162 horsepower, 2.5-liter four-cylinder and 94-kilowatt traction motor with 171 pound-feet of torque team up to produce 191 horsepower to move a 3,700-pound hauling machine. The battery is tucked under here. Here's something I haven't seen in a while. A key that you turn. Not much sound on startup. This is a hybrid. Push-button keyless ignition is available. It's an option. The transmission is an eCVT compared to the 8-speed mated to the EcoBoost. The gas engine does kick on occasionally when sitting around. Hey, look, a full-size spare. Drive modes? Yeah, of course. Maverick Hybrid is rated to tow 2,000 pounds. At 8.3 inches, the hybrid has the lowest ground clearance. All four wheels get disc brakes. When it comes to acceleration, the hybrid will do the 0 to 60 dash in just under 8 seconds, which is just as quick, if not quicker, than the turbocharged Chevy Colorado or the new Toyota Tacoma. The instant torque off the line gives Maverick a zippy feel. There I go using technical jargon. The ride height is slightly elevated, what you'd expect from a vehicle this size. All right, what everybody's curious about, the fuel efficiency. The EPA rates the Maverick at 37 miles per gallon average. I am pretty much nailing that. And you gotta remember, this is more efficient in the city. So if you do a lot of urban driving, this is the truck for you. Speaking of, the size is terrific. Seattle streets tend to be narrow. Situations like this would cause standard pickup drivers to wait for the UPS driver to return or drive up onto the neighbor's lawn. Not cool. And Maverick is flingable in corners. It's the Miata of pickups. Maverick drives pretty much like a crossover SUV. And that shouldn't be any surprise since it's based on the same architecture as Bronco Sport and Escape. The suspension is set a little bit firmer, and so when you hit broken pavements, it does skitter about a little bit, at least without any load in the bed. This one's optioned with the Co-Pilot 360 system at $650. It adds great stuff: adaptive cruise control, evasive steering assist, lane centering, and blind spot warning. It's well worth the outlay. Maverick Hybrid will tow up to 2,000 pounds. If that's not enough for you, then go with the EcoBoost model. Properly equipped, it'll tug up to 2 tons. Now, you gotta remember that the only real competition in this segment, the Hyundai Santa Cruz, will tow 5,000 pounds, but it's not available as a hybrid. The eCVT doesn't have much of that rubbery droning dynamic that you might expect from this kind of transmission. It's very well calibrated, very, very livable. And the nature of the hybrid's power delivery is smooth and seamless. After a while, it blends into the background. Remember when the concern about hybrids was a real lumpy pedal feel when it comes to the brake? Not an issue with this one. The feel is progressive and natural. Nice job, Ford. Maybe because of its compact size, Maverick overcompensates in the storage cubby department. There are features that other pickups should copy. The door handles are cantilevered. They can be grabbed in different ways. It means that large water bottles fit here and they kind of click in, nice and secure. Lots of little places that Ford engineers say are specifically sized to hold headphone cases, access cards, Leatherman tools, and such. These are carved out all over the cabin. Any place a divot can be molded in, Ford made it happen. That's in addition to all of the expected places. The back gets a bunch of cool stuff too. Oh, and I forgot to mention that Maverick is only made as a crew cab with a 4.5-foot bed. Ford calls it the flex bed. The load floor is just 30 inches off the ground. That helps to load heavy things. Praying the bed top, the plastic protection is easily replaced. Even compared to midsize pickup trucks, Maverick is better to work out of. Need something out of the bed? It's easy to reach over and grab it. There's a 400-watt inverter option to run tools, though all of mine are cordless these days. The usual slots are here to position 2x6s so owners can create cargo management systems or build a shelf to carry sheetrock with storage underneath. This is 18 sheets of 1/4-inch plywood. Max payload is 1,500 pounds, close to matching or sometimes exceeding some larger trucks. What's this QR code for?
You can scan the FlexBed QR code, which is on the bedside of all Mavericks, and will show you exactly what to buy and how to build this do-it-yourself bike rack for about $40.
No faux aluminum or wood trim. The materials, some recycled, aren't trying to look like anything else than what they are, with some interesting graining and patterns. Forgot your work gloves? Oh, at least the wheel is heated as optioned. Exposed Allen bolts work for pickups. With no access to a time machine, the upholstery seems durable. Move to the lariat level to get synthetic leather. The real stuff is unavailable. I'll point out that Ford uses navy-colored plastics instead of black, which kind of elevates the vibe. The interface is Sync 3, pretty rudimentary. After setting Maverick up to your liking in the menu, you'll probably be using the small screen for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay for the most part. Phone charging? Check and check. I'm happy that there are hard buttons for many of the things that people want to control quickly. Thanks, Ford. Maverick is smaller than Colorado, Tacoma, and Ranger. None of those have particularly roomy back seats, so manage expectations, okay? But that said, at 5'9", I have a good amount of headroom, adequate knee and leg room, feet go underneath the chair. Look, if your friends complain, they can always pay for an Uber. There's the same cantilever door pulls and door pockets found in the front. What a great design. Power options to charge electronics, you bet. Plus, this little slot lets you add a cup holder or a trash can. You can either 3D print those or buy them at your Ford dealer. Plus, as you can see, storage back here. Storage underneath the seats? Yeah, a little bit, not tons, but you know, it's useful. The space is good enough for 3 kids, or 2 adults if they want to fold down the armrest and have some hot coffee. There are rumors that competitors are looming on the horizon, but Ford pretty much has this segment all to itself for now. Maverick is small in a big way and looks to be in a class of its own for the foreseeable future. Check with your local Ford dealership to see if they have one to test drive and see for yourself what the fuss is all about. For the Seattle International Auto Show, I'm Tom Volk.